start of League of Legends competitive. 2022, this is going to be a brilliant year. And honestly, waiting 10 days into January for League to start was already enough of a sin. Welcome back to very different compositions, Lyric. These are very different to what we saw in OMGTT earlier.
Yeah, still seeing some things the same, but again, the set coming out on one side, Viego going right away in the jungle role, Victor coming out. I think a lot to take in. Of course, Gory going with the first strike, something we hit on earlier. Going to be able to get to his power spikes a little bit faster, assuming he is able to proc that. The 10% true damage he'll be getting later on also will be quite nice as well. Shanghaı does have early pressure in this matchup, as you do see, right? Having strong trading tools like his Q to be able to go toe-to-toe with him. So we'll at least be able to try and contend with push.
Yep.
Still, though, Gory shouldn't feel any pressure in terms of, getting solo killed. When you hit level 3, you're going to have your Valkyrie available. You'll always be able to get out of things like his W and his ultimate.
Okay, well, in the bottom lane, let's forget that for now, because Ignite's been put down. Ming started with the face breaker, but LWX has hit lethal tempo, and this rune has such a great time. Gala challenging him as well, but LWX is just firing back at RNG. 2 half-health members versus 2 slightly above half-health members. Look at the exhaust use Lyric for the Ignite. That's a great way to start the game.
And we got to remember that Beichuan is also pathing down towards his bot side, to where Wei is pathing away from the RNG bot lane. So probably not going to be any opportunities for Gala or Ming to find anything. Shanghaı getting a pretty good trade mid.
But you know what? It's a Victor, and he has shielding, but the minions! Oh, the minions don't kill him. The pot used, and First Blood's a solo kill in the most anticlimactic way.
Did you come into a game today expecting for a solo kill to happen between Corki and Victor at level 2? It
doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Okay, Gory ahead a bit of CS. I don't know how much the wave is stacked to where Shanghaı can even that out. Is Shanghaı who might get caught out right now by Wei.
Wei holds fast, but the ward spots him out, and Lyric, I need to come back to that solo kill. That solo kill was great. We're going to look at a replay because it was literally just like, hey, let's play cooldowns.
So Gory uses Q on the wave, so that's, damage advantage to Shanghaı there because he did use his Q onto Gory. He hits Airy procking as well. And yeah, Gory just really having nothing left. It looks like he did use a lot of his abilities on the wave and just didn't expect that damage to come out because he also does still have things like Flash.
Shanghaı didn't even, Gory didn't flash, but Shanghaı didn't even flash away from the minions. He was just like, okay, I'll walk that out too. And we're still going to wait and see. I believe a Doran's ring was picked up and teleport comes back to the lane. So net advantage for RNG. And Lyric, I was going to ask you how RNG start the momentum off that we wanted to see. You already talked to me about FPX wanting to play the time game, but RNG need to get the map moving. They need to get themselves early advantages by this mid game. What do you start if you're Wei, and what's your kind of focus here that you'd be looking towards?
You do have pretty good setup bot side coming in from Ming. It looks like he's pathing down there towards there right now. So I think link up with Ming, see if you can set something up. If not, you're going to just keep pathing up towards your Jace side of the map. So pending Shanghaı overextends, looking for plays like he did before, I think you can find ganks top. But if not, otherwise, I feel like it will be quite hard. And you're probably relying on Ming and Wei setting up as a pair. And even late, I don't think it's impossible for RNG to win by any means, right? They do have Jace and Victor damage to rely on later on. The right accelerated shock blast hit, Bin's doing massive amounts. You will outrange both Jinx and Corki with that pick. I think FPX's champions are just very reliable later on, right? It's you're auto-attacking with Jinx. You're going to be able to rely on the auto-attacks of Gory as well. You have the resets coming out from Beichuan. You have Peel coming out from Hung. It's just easier.
I was going to say as well, you make a point about burst damage. There's no real tank on the team, right? You have the Thresh, who later on will be a little bit more solid, but you don't have a dedicated front line against the Jace, against the Victor, the Jhin as well. So interesting food for thought as we get towards that point. Of course, we're still in the early game, folks. Hold your horses. An early game where Shanghaı is beating up Gory. And Beichuan, he's nearby, but can't do anything with Gory. He's just going to be bullied out of lane. Ming even helping push the wave and giving Shanghaı a really good start to this game. A better start than he's already had.
Yeah, doing a nice job setting up with Wei as well, right? Hovering around mid, tons of vision control going down. This sets up for Wei to be able to get the Scuttle Crab. Hung doing a nice job forcing the flash out from Gala.
Lyric and Debasi Cup, what did we see? Hung doesn't flash backwards, man. He flashes into it. That is such a him thing to do. And once again, we're seeing the support we hyped up from the tournament because him and LWX are the focus of this roster. So a good start considering they're up in CS. Hung takes a summoner from the 80 carry.
Yeah, they get the push out. Baseron just checks to see if Scuttle Crab was taken. It was. Is going to just have to go back to farming. And now I think the only place you can look for action is if Shanghaı, who does stay over extended topside, does have a control ward for himself, so should be relatively fine, kind of barring how much he commits to taking turret plates top right now. Does look like Bin needs to go for a reset, but does have TP available to get to lane.
That'll be the last teleport coming out as well. Not that it really matters. I'm used to talking about teleports in the LPL in the first 10 minutes and where they can use it, but only towards the turrets, as Bin still hasn't made his reset. But in terms of junglers, Beichuan making his way in towards the enemy blue buff. This is going to be a bit of a steal. Look at where Wei is, Lyric. He's level behind, and he's going to be losing this blue buff before he can even get near.
Ooh, Ming and Gala going to check, though. I don't think they can dissuade it. Hung doing a really nice job of zoning them off, not allowing them to walk in. You even look at Gory's position on the map. He was constantly swiveling between lane and river, just in case something did break out. So netting an advantage in the jungle, but as we come back to lane, Shanghaı just doing such a nice job landing the skill shots in mid lane to keep control of this matchup.
Got the Sork boots in hand as well, so damage really starting to hurt. Gory has to back once again. And remember, no package until the 8-minute mark. So he's not going to have a package for the upcoming Dragon fight if it does happen here. Bottom wave continues to push in. And Lyric, I'm just going to track the CS margins for now because look at LWX, 10 CS in the lead. Mid there is Shanghaı, of course, is beating up Gory. Top lane, there's a small advantage for Bin, but nothing to really write home about. And in jungle, that camp that was stolen by Beichuan, netting him about half a bar of experience. As Herald now spawns as well. The package will be coming shortly too. And importantly enough, that dragon's still there. So there's a lot on the map for both these teams to contest, but no one's really barking for it.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised that RNG aren't more inclined to try to go for it topside. Ming coming off of a reset. You can try and have Shanghaı hold Gory in lane a bit longer with those trades. If he did recall for package, he'd then be forced to potentially TP back out onto the map or something like that, right?
He's got it.
But no, they back off. Yeah, they give him time to reset. They give him package, and now I think RNG have to respect the fact of not being able to do a neutral because this would be the strong point for them, especially playing towards bot, which is what it looks like they're going to do because their bot lane is so much pressure. I think this potentially sets up for you looking for a Drake play, maybe able to set up a dive and just respecting topside and giving over the Herald.
Great respect from Gala, though, in the meantime, though. Hung and LWX behind the turret. This is going to be big, but the curtain call gets unleashed. There'll be enough damage here if Ming can get nearby. He's got flash available as well. The Haymaker's about to come through too. The true damage and the dunk down. Ming takes Hung's name. And that's what happens if you overstay. FPX lose their bottom lane. Even with the Dragon started, that's a big maneuver.
I mean, just really nice consciousness from RNG to realize that they had enough to secure the kill, right? Because Gala pops the ultimate, Ming runs in. Honestly, didn't look like it would potentially be a kill. I don't know if Ming was already 6 or if he hit 6 off that play because of the quality that we do, you know, see these games in. But, you know, did have the showstopper available, was able to secure the kill, and just nice job over them punishing a bit of an overstep coming up from FPX on FPX's strong side of the map. Remember, Beichuan was down towards that side. Gory was also hovering over.
Gory backed off because at the end, look at this. He goes back towards mid and Lyric. You're right, just well played from RNG.
Yeah, and yeah, Ming was already 6, able to land the Haymaker into the showstopper, and just, again, realizing how they do have enough damage to be able to look for the kill in that situation. LWX still up in terms of CS, does already have his Kraken Slayer available, so for FPX, his objective has been to keep the cogs of the game turning slowly. I don't feel like they're in all that bad of a position. They're actually tied in gold, so I think they're still feeling pretty good. For RNG, they have the Rift Herald, and now it's about, hey, how are you going to use this to unlock the map? With how much Shanghaı has won mid, my guess is Wei probably will drop that one for the victor, but maybe getting some Golden Jace would be quite nice.
Yeah, making the game move a little bit. It's great that you pull up the point that the game is even here for FPX as they even make a play towards the bottom side. Gala and Ming, it's 3 members down here for FPX, and another great play on the Chompers. This duo set up nicely as Ming flashes away with a good haymaker, but even under the turret, Beitron, one more hit. It'll be a trade, but a beautiful trade made by FPX.
Great for them. They're going to be able to push in another wave as well, deny more CS going over to Gala, get their bot lane further ahead. Gory, though, might be caught out, is forced to burn the flash, and Shanghaı just going to get funneled with so much more gold. I mean, this Victor's just going to be so far ahead of this Corki. I don't know what kind of impact Gory will be able to have on this game anytime soon.
But
this is Shanghaı versus LWX.
I was going to say, it does feel that way because Shanghaë's 1,000 gold up. But LWX just got the solo turret plating bot. LWX is 2,200 gold over Gala. We talked about this bottom lane being exciting, but right now it feels like LWX and Hung are making it feel one-sided. And after a great play from Hung, the audience, I'm sure you guys can see why we were talking these guys up after Demacia Cup.
Yeah, they've just been clear standout, taking advantage of the fact that Ming has also been playing the map a lot rather than being in lane. Hung landing the hook here quite nicely right into the chompers. Box goes down. The synergy's on point. Beitron is going to go down. Goes over to Ming, so not a massive deal. You also get more time to deny another wave, potentially to Gala, and further increase your advantage where you are strong. So I think for FPX, overall worth in that play. And yeah, like we said, it's going to come down to Shanghaı versus LWX. I still do have a bit more faith in what FPX have put together, but I think Shanghaı is so ahead. Almost 1k gold ahead. It is massive, but still, actually, he's nothing on LWX. LWX is 2.3k gold.
I've said it before, and look, it's going to be even more with 3 members hovering up towards the top side. Beitron is steadily behind them. And Gala and Ming have swapped upside to match, but Lyric, there's no teleport available for the time being, and there's still turret plating there. So this is just more gold for LWX. Thank you so much. And the damage he's putting out is abusive.
And also just shows the flexibility of the champions, right? Because Hung can play a bit more back, just be prepared with Lantern, which allows for LWX to play so aggressively. There's a lot of trust between them as a duo already, a good understanding of what their champions do, and Gala and Ming just having to respect for the fact that they don't see Beitron on the map, but they do know he was just around topside, so they will be zoned off their turret.
Completely. Look at bot. I mean, this is a trade from RNG, but again, when FPX are the composition that want to play time Lyric, that want to get themselves to a comfortable spot, despite, you know, the questions we had about RNG not completely being out in the late game, it just feels like the tools are there, as you mentioned, for FPX. RNG are going to get a turret in response through the mid lane, but LWX is going to get solo turret gold once again. 460 gold. That is absolutely obscene.
Yeah, again, it's all going to be on LWX's shoulders. I feel like for FPX, though, I truly wonder how much of an impact it'll mean that Gory is like so far behind of Shanghaı as well. I mean, both kind of carries evening out to about a 2 to 3k gold advantage on each side. Luden's Echo coming out now for Shanghaı, so not going the Crown of the Shattered Queen build. I guess it's because FPX are also playing off a lot of range and also playing, I'd say, for extended team fights. You have this Fed Jinx, you have Corki on the opposite side. It's not necessarily about get in, burst you, get out. So Shanghaı just saying, hey, I want more damage. I also need to be the main damage dealer in this composition. So Luden's Echo.
Okay. Well, when we've seen so much Crown, you know, it is always a surprise, but good point raised. I want to also pull up Lyric while RNG pushes topside turret. That's 2 dragons now for FPX too. And another condition which RNG can't play towards is, you know, getting that dragon soul. It is going to be an infernal soul as well, which would be perfect for a composition like theirs. Well, FPX to defend this topside turret. I mean, RNG still trying to find windows in this game. It's 15 minutes in, clock's ticking, and 1,000 gold behind. And the only other objective coming up is that Rift Herald, but Beitron actually going to be caught on out here. Heartbreaker out, Hung for the rescue. But RNG will get priority around the Sporting Herald.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised Beitron was so overzealous with that one. Gory's getting pushed in topside. Your 80 carry's making his way down to go pick up the red buff. You've seen numerous members topside on the wave. LWX taking a fair chunk of damage.
Well, that's a flash from Hug again, dude. This guy flashes forward, not backwards. He'll make the attempt on the hook, but it will not be there. And after backing away as well, RNG, they've done a number on the health bars of FPX, Lyric. As a curtain call comes through, it's Gory who's outside the range, but these shots are hitting. Hung gets down to half HP and everyone's out of there. RNG once again assert dominance and now have another Herald.
Look, I have been watched Cobra Kai recently. Massive fan of the Karate Kid movies. And all this makes me think of is, you know, some Cobra Kai karate versus Miyagi-Do karate. Hung coming in, striking first, showing no mercy. It doesn't work out, and Mr. LaRusso counterpunches, aka RNG, and wins in the end. There you go. If you haven't seen the Karate Kid movies, I'm sorry I spoiled them, but they're from the 80s, so I don't care.
Yeah, you actually don't. Not the you know, the new age ones aren't as good, I'll say. I'm glad you like that. That's
whoa. Well, I'm just saying that the series, phenomenal. Actually, even the Karate Kid, like, quote unquote remake, very good. Throwing that out there.
It's not bad, but the original's better. The original is better, and you're right. But the problem is you've quoted it like RNG, Daniel-san. Daniel-san has to be FPX, dude, because they win out in the end. You've been talking to me about this late game comp, this composition that has so much access to damage and range. And then you just talk to, you know, they're not Johnny, all right? They're not Cobra Kai. I've walked it back many times with the scale. You know, I still feel very comfortable with the position FPX are in the game. RNG have done a really nice job of hiding out, playing around some of these engages, because when you look at FPX's composition, right, they don't really have a great, easy way to engage. You are relying on Hung hitting a flash hook, or you're relying on a place where you got tempo, you were able to move first, get vision down, and landing that way. The other nice thing for the side of FPX, though, is at least you have two champions who feel comfortable to play on sides, right? Corky does have mobility coming out from his W, so it's a lot safer pushing out sideways rather than Victor. So as we can see now on the map, that will always be a point of pressure where you can have Gory push out the wave, make his way over, have numbers advantage mid, push the wave, get in the river, and everything just chained together like that seamlessly. So we're going to be looking at what Gory can do. Shanghaı does have teleport, though, so Shanghaı can easily look to answer any plays FPX did want to make around the bottom half of the map. And it's past 14 minutes, folks, so it is normal teleport. Remember that. And those teleports going to be useful because Dragon's coming up in about a minute 10-2. Baron starts coming onto the map. And Lyric, what's another identity we know from watching Demacia Cup of the new FPX? They do like to do Baron on spawn, whether they're a comp that needs to play it out or not. This team loves Baron, so I wouldn't rule it out.
Yeah, FPX and Demacia Cup were a team that once outer turrets go down, they look very hard pressed on how to turn the cogs of the game forward, and they just go, hey, we want to fight them. If we fight them, the game will go forward one way or the other. How do we get them to fight us? Let's just start Baron. They did lose some games like that in Demacia Cup, but they also did find some wins. So, you know, at least it'll be exciting. But Bin going for the solo kill.
Looking for it. There's no matter of Shanghaı. The flash forward. Bin still wants to take it. He hammers down once again. Bin gets it. Welcome to RNG. He may die, but he gets the swagger solo kill.
That's the thing. He made the statement. Sure, does he go down too? Yeah, but doesn't matter. You were the aggressor. You were the one who went in. Actually, my analogy does now not make sense considering Bin went in. But now we have posturing over Dragon Hysterics. FPX are in river first. There are some wards down for RNG though, so they see everything. They don't need to be worried about any sneaky hooks coming out from Hung. We're going to be looking at what positioning Ming takes. Was kind of angling for a flank the other side, but now just playing front to back.
Package diff though for Gory. There's a Herald down to dissuade them. It's a steal. It's a steal. RNG pick up a Dragon, but now it's teleport, and there's going to be another one from the other side. Shanghaı joins the fray. Remember that Bin can come in as well, but Wave's already dead. It's a reset for Beach1 as he gets stuck in the gravity field. But the package used in the end to stop their Herald. That's a 1-for-0.
Oh, Beach1
comes through and into the backline. Beach1 being ambitious, but he's blown up. The Super Mega Death Rocket, though, says no. And onto Shanghaı, LWX, zapping him away with a flash. It's Shanghaı versus LWX, and if you let him, LWX will win it.
Yeah, FPX just fighting with so much vigor. Again, if Munchbills is watching, this is a mojo team. They go in. Yeah. This is the Baron that we were just talking about, Hysterics. They have a numbers advantage. They're looking for it. They need to be careful, though. Bin could put some nice poke onto them. Shanghaı and Wave, quite a bit of time to be able to get here.
Hung has to be careful. He was the one who's getting low. The shield helps out. It's a 2K, but now into the backline. Ming ulti's in. Haymaker won't seal it. It's a Thresh that takes it. Talk about mojo. Hung getting Baron. That swinging mojo all over the place.
Yep, Thresh securing the Baron. I guess there was no jungler on either side, so it would be a bit of a interesting situation to see who does end up getting out that one. Coming into the mid game, though, we are staring at a 4-0-1 Jinx. LWX just so incredibly powerful right now. Not even opting into anything like an Infinity Edge right now, going for stronger mid-game power spike coming out from his Stormrazor. On the side of RNG, Shadow Flame now picked up for Shanghaı, so going to be doing quite a bit more to these low HP squishy members on the side of FPX. Wei luckily is able to steal the dragon, as we see in the replay. We're going to see the lack of engage come out from FPX with the fact that Beitron is to start the initiation with his ultimate on Viego.
Hello.
But it's there's another fight!
Okay, well, Gala pulls out the curtain call, but unfortunately that was a 1-second show. The audience gets their refund, walks away. But it's a Baron buff doing a Super Mega Death Rocket. Gala, he's out of there thanks to Gale Force. But I tell you what, Lyric, it's looking pretty scary for RNG in this first game.
Yeah, I mean, just even looking at item disparity is FPX.
Shanghaë's
just died. They're just dead.
Reset there for Ming as well. 2 kills immediately. Those are big death time is 22 minutes in the game, and FPX has such a big lead. This inhibitor's going to go down maybe even more.
Yeah, FPX is going to keep pushing through. 2 members down. I think FPX probably can just look for the end. They don't really have a wave.
LWX got excited.
The next one should be here soon.
Oh my god. Even Bin's damage is not comparable. LWX is a unit. Lyric, is it a good time to say that you were right, or do you want to wait for the series to end? Because bottom lane for FPX has absolutely gotten this game 1 into a success.
Look, earlier when I said that I'm crazy to put too much stock in Demacia Cup, I'm now walking that back as well. Put everything into Demacia Cup results. FPX here setting up for the dive. Viego landing the CC onto Shanghaı. The other members knowing they have enough burst to just walk forward. And Ming being like, that's my brother. I'm going down with the ship.
True.
Right now, 5k gold lead for the side of FPX. And like we hit on before, right, FPX have a lot of different ways that they can open up the map. They have Gory who can go and push top lane, does have his TP available now as well. The other members can group up as a 4-man down towards bot side, look to break down that bot lane turret. Well, RNG are hard-pressed to answer on both sides of the map. Luckily, Bin's TP is about to be up, so can potentially react to any cross-map play FPX looks to make.
Yeah, let's see, because we're getting to 3-item territory as well. Shadow Flame just picked up by Shao, who now has a stopwatch on top of that as well. So that 2-item Victor who was gapping Gory in lane, not as far ahead as we once thought. And again, let's talk about, you know, team gold. FPX with 5,000 gold in the lead from all the turrets. Gory's been able to catch up, Lyric, and it's really big news getting into this mid game or getting closer towards the late game when FPX are in such a comfortable position. They also got 2 dragons, let's not forget, and in 45 seconds, they might have a 3rd.
Yeah, Gory should be fine. I also want to hit on the fact that LWX did just buy GA, so itemizing more defensively. I think FPX realized as a unit, FPX realized that if LWX doesn't die, they do just win out on all these fights. Still think potentially that maybe something like Bloodthirster would have been better for the fact that if you are dying, again, that potentially means you're getting caught out by Ming or getting hit by Gala ultimate into Shanghaı damage, and then you're still going to be left in an awkward point on respawn. But still, I feel like LWX is actually so far ahead, it really doesn't matter. He could have just fought 3 more Doran's Blades, and he'd still be 10 times stronger than Gala at this point in the game.
Well, with 4 items anyway, I mean, FPX obviously have this dragon in the back of their back pockets, really. Pings are going down from RNG. They're trying to set up a brush gank, it looks like, at least a minute 50 until the Baron comes up, setting up some vision, trying for something. Because Lyric, at this point, I'm right in assuming it takes a pick. It takes some kind of catch from RNG to bring this game anywhere near back into contestable region.
Yeah, I think lucky for RNG, they do have numerous ways to get pick potential right. Bin there angling for if Gory overstayed, looking for a solo kill because Bin is quite strong. You can have Ming, Shadow, Jace up in the top side. You can have Wei, Shadow, Jace. There's like a lot of different options you have among members, but I guess the pivotal point is right. It all does revolve around your Jace and finding a pick there because FPX are stronger in both mid and on the opposite side of the map where Shanghaı is.
Well, Bin might be caught out. Beichuan moving into River as well. Gory was waiting patiently, and that pick we talked about with Ming involved is just going to stop for now. Baron in a minute. FPX have full control of River. You can see the vision piling up as well. It's time for RNG to make their backs and look for this last hurrah. And honestly, Lyric, you know, a really good start to the series, let alone the LPL for FPX, for a team that is going up against a team that I thought would be #1 or close to. For RNG, they've been gapped a little bit in this game, and it's nice to see when FPX have just, the roster's blown up, and we're with 4 new players.
Yeah, for FPX, I think it's incredible how this roster was able to come together so soon, like in terms of how well they're playing together. Again, I think LWX with Hung just looks so much more comfortable, which is crazy. Could just be one of those things. Played his whole career with Crisp, just a change of pace, either lighting a fire or teaching you new things, working with someone new, having to push yourself. And the other members of FPX just doing a nice job in terms of how they're playing as a unit. For RNG, they've been slow starters in past splits, actually many past splits, so this isn't all too surprising, especially for them, where I feel like your dynamic's going to change so much with Shanghaı out of the top lane.
That's true. You're adapting once again, and in this game #1, it's no exception. RNG waiting for the brush, and Beichuan rotating around. There's a controller there to spot him out and trying to look for the pick. This is where it begins, but Beichuan's just out. Wei wanted to go on in, and now he has to disappear. Gory as well has package, and this is scary. Baron's up. The Dragon Soul's going to be coming up shortly as well. And FPX are sieging with the Jinx and Corki.
I think one key thing is FPX are not getting baited into the prior engage in the jungle, right? They kept LWX in lane, throwing out Ws just in front of the turret, because they do know that RNG do have a lot of high-value AoE abilities, things like the Showstopper, able to come out on multiple people. Really nice from Hung, as well as things like Shanghaë's ultimate. So paying respect, playing to their lane, and now going to try and force a Baron.
Yeah,
They might just sneak it. They might be fine.
I mean, yeah, look, at the moment, there's only 2 people there. Shanghaë will be able to do it as the Graves, but Hung's getting low, teleport in. RNG are trying to capitalize on this as Hung gets last shotted. In fact, the 4th misses onto LWX. They're running for the hills. It's over the wall. Ming's there, takes the jungle out of the equation, but it's given over in the end to Beichuan. But can they escape with the Haymaker down as well? RNG still have their opportunity, but Gory joining in has the burst as the Corki. Wei gets blocked thanks to Shanghaë, but low health members across the board. LWX trying to join in. He's almost got the Super Mega Death Rocket. Lyric, look at that cooldown. As soon as he gets that ward, here it comes. He's lining it up, but unfortunately, it's a bit too high.
Yeah, and look at the map. FPX TPing to both side lanes. They're going to pick up so much gold right now. Shanghaë picking up this turret. Gory looking a little bit hesitant to solo push out in bot side. At least can make his way into the enemy jungle, maybe steal a blue buff or something along those lines. Maybe link up with mid, get some damage down. But the Baron, a lot of use. Props to Beichuan. I was so scared. I'm like, man, we've hit on how FPX in Demacia Cup have shown they can throw Barons. They are amazing at throwing Barons. But come in here today, they still secure the smite. Everything ends up okay. And guess what? Here at Soul Point, Dragon's up in 50 seconds. You have full control of enemy bot side jungle. You're ahead in terms of items. Everything is looking like FPX should be able to secure Infernal Soul and look for the teamfight to end.
I think Ming Hex Flash and Hung just prepared with the hook. Beast burning down. Hung surprisingly died first, and Ming's out. That was...
I think you're right.
That was beautiful, but sad.
Rocket!
Okay, he's alive.
You know,
Oh, wait.
this game is delivered. Oh, wait.
Smoke screen, yeah, zaps down as well. Good Crescent Guard, that saves his life. LWX is hitting like a brick right now. He's full items, Lyric. I'm not too surprised.
Yeah, but FPX making their way over to the Dragon. This one should be infernal for them. RNG, what can they do? You can quickly try and push the wave. It doesn't really do much. Opening up the curtain call.
Yeah, Gory is going to be hit by the first one. It is actually Soul just given away. And the end of Baron we use to get a quick recall. So you're right, FPX have all the tools there. And I just love that we're watching LWX zone while, you know, the other 80 carries on the team will deal with the Dragon.
Yeah, FPX. I just love how LWX has felt comfortable being alone on the map so often. Obviously, right now, they have no vision of him. They don't know he's here or anything along those lines. But many times this game, LWX having the confidence to step forward, hit turrets, walk up and just look for autos when numerous members are sitting in front of his face. FPX now going to set up towards the bottom side. Looks like Gory will be the one in charge of just escorting in that mid lane and then linking up with them bot side to be able to secure this inhibitor.
It looks like clockwork right now, but Shanghaı wants to turn that around. Gory's level 17, but Shanghaı only 16. Look at this from FPX. They're sieging on the bottom side. Hung goes in for the flash play, misses the hook, but LWX doesn't care. He's still hitting away. But look at Beige 1 as Shanghaı goes on down. He's going to get a reset. It doesn't matter in the end. RNG getting blasted back, and Lyric, this is going to be it against the Nexus, against the Fountain. The triple 80 carry are firing everything in the kitchen sink at them. Hung goes in to go golden just so he can get LWX some more resources. FPX playing with their food in game number 1, and their food is RNG, who I thought were going to be the best team in the LPL, but game 1 showing that FPX have still got that fire under their wings.
Yeah, great to see FPX continuing their run from Demacia into the LPL. Only picking up 1 game so far, but looking pretty coherent in terms of doing it. The team